ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
From the 44, Cousins rolling to his right.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
7 yards to go. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mond. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Cousins now from the 50. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Cousins now. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mon now off of play action. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the reels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Cousins throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues to make catches like that.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. At the 43-yard line. To throw, Cousins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't.
And it looked like he got the feed down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
56, the mark, boys, 56, shot 56.
Off the play fake, Mond. Rolling to his left. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 91 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Joseph on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And in for the Lions touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes, he can run under a long pass, or he can do what we saw right there, catch one and then make a big gain after the catch. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Mon. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Minnesota. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. 2nd down and goal. Mon. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Mon going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Following the interception, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync,
There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a touchdown, Vikings!
Herb Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, first touchdown. It's complete. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to survive.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Richie James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
34, Lions 21. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Let's go deep tight now. Let's go deep tight now. Line 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of happened.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Final play of the half, Cousins. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not have a run back here. As the second half starts with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is... Finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Mon looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To throw once more on second and 10. Mon flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
They'll try and throw for it. Buying time to his left. And at intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
At the 25-yard line, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Cousins to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mond out of the shotgun. And now here is another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On the move to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond, flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Mond. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here's Mond. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. D. Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He finds his man complete. That's James. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Detroit. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing? Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Cousins rolling to his right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Lions 34. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Off the play fake, Mon out to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
The 6-yard line.
Rush in. Rush in. 56 miles.
Now Mon. Flushed out right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Mon going to throw it. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
34.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That's caught once again by Gallup. And in for the Lions touchdown. Michael Gallup, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
Open man here is Conklin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Lions are right back in this football game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 30, past the 20, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. Well, this has not been going the way that he thought prior to the game. Probably figured he'd be able to throw a few more downfield, but he's having to run around for his life back there. They've already gotten to him a number of times. They'll keep coming after him in the pass rush. My advice, shorter passes. Get the ball out of your hand.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass complete. It's Hawkinson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop the...
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 14. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll run with Nwangu. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Delano Hill. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.